thought for a minute there was no way out there. I thought we were going to be locked in it for just a minute. Roger Holmes is coming up to speak to me. Okay, if has anybody ordered any food, ladies and gentlemen? Hands up. Lovely. If you could just slide through to the bar when it suits you and let them know. I think they need to know what's happening. Would you do that? Just come through to the bar and they'll sort you out. Lovely. Okay, that was called The Preacher. The Preacher. The next tune has got a very funny title, and I need people to help me with this. It's called Poinciana. Now, as far as I know, that is a Mexican gay man, a Poinciana. Is that right? Are you mainly an English-speaking audience, or are you... It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But anyway, Poinciana, it's like mince, a mince. You know what quince is? Do you know what a quince is? A quince is 5 gay fellas walking down the road together. And I think this has got something to do with it. Poinciana, you can't tell me that's a flower. I don't believe it. Some people think I make all this up, you know. I only read it out. It's comes through to me via the ether. Okay, this is called Poinciana, and it's Latin, isn't it, Clive? This is very, very Latin. And dance. You could dance. You could dance any way you like, outside, inside. Tiana there. Clive Pitney on the saxophone, I think it was rather good. And indeed, fantastic. And a little olé there was appropriate, I think. It was very, very Latin indeed. Café olé, yes, Clive. Okay, now we are going to feature and star on the trombone Mr. Clive Burton, all the way from Reading, and he is going to play a beautiful tune called Old Folks. Now nobody knows how this goes, so it's going to be a bit of a mystery. But who wrote? Tell us about it, Clive. Who wrote it? Just listen up. Listen up.
I've been practicing this in German.
Okay. Volks, old folks.
Old folks?
Old folks. That's Aardvark, I think.
Old Volkswagen?
Old Volkswagen, yes. Krups. Forget it.
It was written by a man called Willard Robinson.
Willard Robinson, that's a made-up name. That's a made-up name. That's ridiculous. He's the bloke that did that barley water at Wimbledon. Willard Robinson, I think you'll find that's some sort of hoax. It's a hoax. Just play it, and then we can think about that later.
Any questions after?
Yeah, there will be.
In German.
Okay, two folks, if you say so. Clive on the saxophone. It's Clive Pitney. No relation to G.
Talking about Clive, the wonderful genius, the genius of Clive Burton. Clive Burton, remarkable man, wonderful. You won't hear better trombone playing than that.
Oh, yes, you will.
In here this evening. You won't. You won't, I'm telling you. I'm telling you won't. Now, there's been, I'm sorry to tell you, but there's been a bit of a plot against the tuba tonight. Oh, yes. Deliberately. There's been a deliberate programme creation here which totally ignores the magic of the tuba, and there's only one tune that it can be played with satisfaction, and it's the next tune, I'm sorry to tell you, boys, and you're all going to have to suffer it. Did I tell you, by the way, I'm not sure if I did tell you, that I was practising the tuba recently. I was practising the tuba recently in my own home, and a brick came through the window, thus breaking the window so that they could hear me better. I didn't bother to read the message tied to the brick. I can only assume it was complimentary. Which is more than could be said for the drinks at the bar here. Okay, here we go with the tuba, which I will gather as we... I won't be playing it very much, I just sort of hop in and out, you know. What's it called? It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing, in a ridiculously difficult key. This is another plot, but never mind. Don't worry about me, I'll be alright. Go on then. Majestic, wasn't it? Majestic. Okay, now then, what the hell's going on? Who's stolen my programme? Did I throw it away in a moment of anger? I did, I threw it away in a fit of pique. But here it is, and oh blimey, this is really new and exciting. This is called Big Noise Blew In From Winnetka. Have you ever heard of that? Marvellous. Yes, back to the wind again, Clive. And there's going to be... Now you'll hear Mike Gibbings very prominently playing at the back here on the drums, and he is, in fact, he will be doing an imitation of building a shed. That's the way he sort of has built up to this.
Building the shed's more musical.
Yeah. No, this is going to be really quite exciting, and apparently I'm involved on the bass, but I have no idea how it goes. Mike Gibbings on the drums, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful man. Anyway, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. They're shared. It'll be lovely when it's finished. I'm sure it will be. Perfect. Mike Gibbings on the drums. Come on, let's hear it. And as if that weren't enough culture, we move on to John Coverdale on the jolly old guitar. And John is going to treat us with a little solo-ish thing.
Satin Doll in G flat.
Satin Doll, ladies and gentlemen. Satin Doll. I sat in something earlier actually, but and the stains just won't come out. But it doesn't matter. Satin Doll, and you're going to do it. I know. Lovely. wonderful John Coverdale, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. There he is. And how far he's come since those early days when we first showed John that plastic guitar from George Potter in Aldershot. Oh, and he didn't even... nylon strings in those days. The old Lucky 7 Rossetti. What a wonderful guitar that was. John Coverdale, what a man, what a man. He is the tops. Okay, it's the talk of the town. It's the talk of the town. And talking of the town, can we just review? I've been away. How are Aldershot getting on? No, I think not. I think they're higher now than they were when I left. I phoned them the other day. I said, "What time does the game start?" They said, "What time can you get here?" It's the sort of thing it is. That's the way it is down there. But they got plans for the 2016-17 season starting in August. They've got plans that they're expanding the stadium. They're tripling the seating capacity. They've got a 3-seater settee in the boardroom. Thank you, madam. Aldershot Football Club. What a wonderful place it is. What a curse it is. Any Aldershot supporters here? Come on, admit it. Yeah, you see a little bit of weakness there. It's so easy to be a Manchester United supporter, isn't it? Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, all these top teams. You want to have to put up with Aldershot for 40, 50, 60 years. That'll bring you back to reality. Oh yes, you know, West Brom having a little dip this year. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Aldershot haven't scored a bloody goal since 1938. Okay, sorry, it was a bit of a brush of blood to the head there. It's the talk of the town. chaps. Remarkable. Talk of the town. Very, very nice. And you've done very, very well, if I may say so, if I may be so condescending to say that you've suffered all this extremely well so far. And we've come to the last number in the first set. And we'd like to thank Clive Pitney for putting it together. A little round of applause for Clive. This beautiful first set here, which did, I have to remind you, ignore the tuba, but never mind, I got it in. Okay, this final tune is called Charade, or Charade. Can anybody tell me from which film it came?
Charade.
Breakfast at Tiffany's, lovely. And John, did you have breakfast at Tiffany's recently? That's the strip club in the Grosvenor Road, Aldershot. Yeah, it doesn't quite match up to the original nostalgia of Audrey Hepburn, does it? But anyway, never mind. Breakfast at Tiffany's, Charade. Is this a waltz, Clive? Jazz waltz, is it? It's going to be a swing. Okay. That's fine. I'll swing for you, Clive. Which reminds me, who was the last woman to be hanged in England? Hey? Ruth Ellis, exactly. Well, there you are. That's just another totally meaningless bit of information. But this is a swing tune. Thank you so much, everyone, and lovely. That's the end of our first set, and you've done very well. We'll be back with a scintillating second half, and with our lovely special guest. So a big round of applause for the boys, and it's raffle time very soon.
Try that. Thank you.
Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to, where are we? Where the hell are we? I can't even remember. Doesn't matter. We've got with us Mike Sherwood. Come on, let's hear it. It doesn't get any better than this. Mike was just telling me that although he has got terrible problems with his back, he used to be the Hertfordshire high jump champion, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, darling. The Hertfordshire high, and that's no joke.
I was 16.
He was 16 at the time, and yeah, they did
my time, actually.
They did it with flares. You know, they used to set them off, and he jumped really high with it before Fosbury flop. What an introduction, Mike. Welcome back. Mike, all the way from Watford, Paddock something or other.
Paddock Road, yes.
Paddock Road, anybody know it? Lovely part of the world. Yes.
Oh, Paddock,
be beautiful when it's finished. Really will. We're going to kick off with...
at least we've got a football team.
Have you? That was brutal. We will be... Yeah, absolutely true. Watford, yeah, doing well. Okay, we're going to kick off with Swonderful. Anybody heard of it? Lovely tune. In fact, that you should get... Here we go again.
Wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. Well, it is awfully nice, well, it's paradise, it's what I long to see. You made my night so glamorous, you can't blame me for feeling amorous, because it is wonderful, marvelous that you should care for me, yeah.
too good, Mike. Almost too good. It's just like the record, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
It's just like the just like the record. I've gone a bit mad with the volume here.
Almost like music, isn't it?
It is. It's almost like a real band, which is terrifying. Doesn't matter. We're okay. There we are. We're back under control now. Mike, by the way, is not only was he Hertfordshire's top high jumper, and has made remarkably a whole career from, so we can hear the voice, can't you, but very unusual to be what in the trade is known as a boy singer for all those years. Very, very unusual, I have to say. Really, isn't it unusual, Mike? It is very unusual because it's hard work, and you know, when you're singing in the street for money with a hat, bloody hell, that's a long haul. Baby, it's cold outside. It really is. But also, as well as those things, Mike has very, very famous in films. Oh yes, oh yes. In fact, if I was to say I personally was in Gladiator, you would top that, wouldn't you? You would top that by saying you were in Holby City. Holby City. He's too embarrassed.
I was a consultant. They consulted me in Holby City.
Yeah, they said...
they wouldn't let me talk.
What would you do with this scalpel, they said. He said, well, sharpen it for a start. Off with his things. In fact, on one occasion, they got the trolley round the wrong way for a poor bloke who was going to have his tonsils out. And oh dear, that was one of the nastiest moments, wasn't it? Very messy. Why am I rambling? Because we're going to do a song called Nature Boy. Now, boys, this is going to be funky. I know it's hard, very risky.
We did have a special request for this from my daughter. And she didn't win a raffle prize, I mean. And it's her birthday in a month's time.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, over land and sea. Well, he was so sad of eye and very shy, yet very wise was he. And then one magic day he came my way, and so we spoke of many things, the fools and the kings. This he said to me. He said that the greatest thing that you can ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. boy. He was a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, over land and sea. He was so sad alive and very shy, very wise, yeah, very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he passed my way, and so we spoke of many things, the fools and kings. This he said to me. Well, he said that the greatest thing that you can ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Yeah, you gotta be loved. You gotta be loved in return. Oh, you gotta be loved in return. That's my nature, boy. To love and be loved in return.
Lovely. Now, this next song is often done as a waltz, but we're going to do it as a sort of we're going to do it as a shuffle. Take the question mark away, John. We're going to do it as a shuffle. It's called Tenderly. It's a great song. It's an old song, probably 1930s, I should think.
Nat King Cole, it was, wasn't it?
Nat King Cole.
Was it Old King Cole?
Old.
One of them.
The very old soul. Here we go.
The evening breeze caressed the trees tenderly. The trembling trees embraced the breeze tenderly. Then you and I, we came a-wandering by, and lost in a sigh were we, and the shore was kissed by sea and mist tenderly. I can't forget how two hearts met breathlessly. Then your arms opened wide and enclosed me inside. You took my lips, you took my love so tenderly. Trees embrace the breeze, oh so tenderly. Then you and I, we came a-wandering by and lost in a sigh were we. And the shore was kissed by sea and mist tenderly. I can't forget how two hearts met breathlessly. Then your arms opened wide and closed me inside. You took my lips, you took my love, you took my lips, you took my love, you took my lips and you took my love so tenderly.
Looks easy, doesn't it? Sounds very easy to sing like that. Of course, as usual, I taught Mike everything I know and passed it on, and hasn't he done well? He's done, yeah, absolutely. I taught him everything I know, and still he knows nothing. He knows nothing. Hey, listen, tell us, way back, you were with the Bob Miller band. The Bob Miller band, anybody remember them?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, gentlemen, great band leader.
Was it? Yes, there you go, you see, they're not all bad chaps.
Few lessons for you there, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. How I know Bob Miller. And who else, Mike? Who did you work with? I know you did a lot of summer seasons,
Nat
didn't
Temple.
you? Nat Temple. Oh, there you see names from the past. Yeah.
Ray McVeigh.
Ray McVeigh, yes. Yeah. And his band of... There you are, yes, lovely. And so it goes on, the Sherwood story. And of course you were in Robin Hood, weren't you? If I remember rightly. You must have been with a name like that. Mike Sherwood.
I was an extra on the Kevin Costner film. That was at Pinewood.
I remember you in those tights. Wonderful. Lovely. They used to climb up you, I remember that. And I remember where they used to use as a step up as well. Now then, don't get around much anymore. This is called In the Key of C, boys. Brace yourselves. And how are we going to... I'm going to give you a note. No, Mike, you just come straight in. We'll give you a note and you come straight in. What note is that?
I don't know what it is. Pentatonic, is it? Mr. Saturday Dance. Oh, they crowded the floor. Well, I just couldn't make it without you. I don't get around much anymore. But I visit the club. I only got to the door. They would have asked me about you. I don't get around much anymore. Well, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease. But nevertheless, why stir up memories? Been invited on dates. I might have gone, but what for? When I just couldn't take it without you. I don't get around much anymore. I thought I'd visit the pub, but I only got to the door. Well, they would have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Well, now, darling, I guess my mind is more at ease. But nevertheless, why stir up old memories? Been invited on dates. I might have gone, but what for? I just couldn't make it without you. I don't get around much anymore. Couldn't take it without you. Don't get around much anymore.
Effortless, absolutely marvellous. Well done, Mikey. Okay, the days of... Now, I think I was wrong earlier. I made a great statement that that song, Charade, was from Carry On Camping. I think you'll find I'm right there. Or maybe another film. Does anybody know? There you are, you see, you're not so clever, are you, after all? Do we know? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
The Days of Wine and Roses is from
Jack Lemmon and Lee Remick, Jack Lemmon and the Chocolate Oranges. Henry Mancini, what a manager he was for Manchester City. Oh, what, they were great then. Oh, by the way, Aldershot have got the manager. Did you know that Aldershot's manager came from Alloa in Scotland, where he took them to the bottom of the Scottish Second Division? That's the sort of managers we get. You and your Ranieri's and your bloody Foxes running away with the title and all that stuff. Yes.
English football managers.
English football managers, one or two, yeah. Big Sam Allardyce, Bernard Bresslaw, I think he's still involved. Sam Kidd. Dixon of Doggates. My memory's going, I'll tell you that. Mike, I'm so sorry. We're going to do the Days of Wine and Roses as a shuffle in the key of F. There you are, that's it. Those are the instructions.
Just like a child at play, through that meadowland, towards the closing door, a door marked nevermore that wasn't there before. Lonely night discloses just a passing breeze, filled with memories of a golden smile that introduced me to the days of wine and roses and you, yeah, just you. wine and roses. They left and run away like a child at play through that meadowland towards a closing door. The door marked nevermore. That wasn't there. It wasn't there before. The lonely night discloses that it was just a passing breeze, and it was filled with all those memories of that golden smile that introduced me to the days of wine and roses. Wine and roses, the days of wine and roses and you.
Well, it doesn't get much better than that. It really doesn't get much better than that until I say Cisco Pancho. Okay, we're looking good here. Of course, I've kept the very best hat for myself as the star of the show. One for you, Clive. And one for you. Okay, well, all right then. Go on. That's a nice little one, isn't it? Yeah, Mike gets the dodgy one. And the two girls have the lovely ones at the front here, your darling.
That was in Mexico.
Oh, very good. Now, what shall we play? Boiled beef and carrots or something? What do you think of this then, eh? You can't even stand up with this on. Hey Clive, you're going to play that? Yeah, do that first. John, go on. Stop that. You know how carefully... You remember in rehearsal, don't you, fellas, how we... You remember this? Now look, I was in Mexico and there's a lovely song called South of the Border. Have you ever heard of it? South of the Border. Now obviously, South of the Border down Mexico way is... What is it when you say something and you mean something else? Clive Burton, you look great in that hat. You really do, you look... Hey, Ringo! It's so funny. He's so funny. South of the border, of course. The border, as far as us chaps are concerned, is the waistline, okay? So south of the border has obviously got a lot of meaning and indeed, for many of us, a lot of problems. South of the border. So this little song sort of, in a way, champions the problems that we have south of the border. Now, we've got a lot of choruses to get through here, so let's just, John, give me that B flat. Come on. Now, yeah, it could be tango. It could be if you like, yeah. South of the border, nice and punchy. Down Mexico way. Sing with me. I'm having trouble with my nether regions every day. It won't get no better. It's fading away. South of the border, Down Mexico way. Okay, hold it now, boys. Hold it. Okay, so that's the chorus. We're going to do that every time. It's going to get boring, but we've got hours to go yet. Now, con voce, B flat. Now I'm getting to be so much older. There's a weakness down here, you might say. When I feel that I should get excited, the cactus, she pointed the wrong way. South of the border, down Mexico way. I'm having trouble with my nether regions every day. It won't get no better, it won't get no better. It's fading away. South of the border, down Mexico way. Come. Verse 2. Now there's a Mexican town on the border. Tijuana is a colorful place. Tijuana be meeting my sister. Get it? Tijuana. She's the one with the beautiful face. South of the border. Sing up. Down Mexico way. I'm having trouble with my nether regions every day. It won't get no better. It won't get no better. It's fading away. South of the border, down Mexico way. Cut. Final verse, and in my opinion the best one. I made a bloody howl. Where's my tash? I made a special tash. Wardrobe department, you're letting me down. Never mind, don't matter. Here we go. This, Clive, you'll love this. Now you listen, this is great. This is Clive and I's favourite joke. My brother was killed by a weasel. A weasel? But how, you might say? Well, the train came so fast round the corner, he no hit a weasel that day. South of the border, down Mexico way. I'm having trouble with my inner regions every day. It won't get no better. It won't get no better. It's fading away. South of the border, down Mexico way. Olé! Olé! Marvellous. Well, there you are, Mike. I bet you're glad you stayed for that. That wonderful South of the border. In fact, the hats look so good, I think they should keep them on.
I'm learning more and more every day. I'm learning more and more every day.
It's easy for you to say that. The lady is a tramp. Mike Sherwood is back, thank God. Anyway, don't go to Mexico. It's a mad place. It's crazy down there. It's crazy. It's 35 degrees, 100% humidity. Oh, you can't breathe. The police are corrupt. The police are terrible. They're worse than the Aldershot police. Imagine that. Oh, it's terrible. Ladies are trapped in the key of C. We're racing. No, we're not. We've got plenty of time. We can do more. Mike, you look good in that. Okay. Do it.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She adores the theater but never comes late. She never bothers with people she hates. That's why the lady is a tramp. She won't play crap games with barons and earls. Won't go go to Harlem dressed in ermine and pearls. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of the girls. That is why the lady is a tramp. She loves to breathe fresh wind in her hair, like without care. She's broke, and that's all she hates. California, it's foggy and damp. That's why the lady is the tramp. Far too hungry to wait for dinner at 8. She adores the theater, but she never comes late. She will never bother with those people that she hates. That is why the lady is a tramp. She won't play crap games with babuzanos. Never goes to Harlem dressed in ermine and pearls. Will not dish the dirt with all those other girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. She loves the green grass under her shoes. What can she lose? She's hot, so what? For Frank Sinatra, she wears silks and stamps. That's why the lady, that's why the lady, that's why the lady is a tramp. But I love her so, yeah.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Chicago, anybody seen the Jolly Old Show? Very, very good indeed. We weren't in that, Mike, were we? Were we in that? I think we weren't in that one.
It wasn't.
No, I know, that chafes, doesn't it? That so tight under the arms these days. Hey, that's a point. Somebody told me at half-time that St David's Day was yesterday. Is that right? Yeah, John.
Any Welsh?
Is that Adrian?
Yes.
We'll keep a welcome in the hillside. We'll keep a welcome in the vales. The sound of song will keep us singing when I walk into Wales. The moonlight surely morning, and with a love that never fades. La la la. Fantastic, there we are. The lovely Welsh ladies here who support us every month. That was just for you and all the other Welsh people here. And it's lovely to hear the old Romanian national anthem sung again, isn't it? Very, very nice. Chicago, I was mentioning, we're going to do it now, and we're going to do a lovely up-tempo in E-flat, chaps.
that toddling town. Chicago, Chicago, I'll show you around. You will love it, bet you about $1 you lose your blues in Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say, they do things you don't see on Broadway. Say, we had the time of my life. I saw a man, he danced with his wife in Chicago. That's my hometown. Chicago, Chicago, I will show you around. You will love it, bet you about $1 you lose your blues in Chicago, Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday could not shut down. On State Street, that great street, I just want to say that they do things you don't see on Broadway. We had the time of my life. I saw a man, he danced with his wife in Chicago. I said Chicago, Chicago, my hometown.
Glorious, glorious. Right, it's just like being there. The Windy City, they call it, don't they? Do you know why? Do you know why? I know why. Clive, do you know why it's called the Windy City? No, it's nothing to do with the wind, it's to do with the wind bags. The wind bags. I can't think of any around here other than my good self.
They held the political conferences there.
They did hold the political conferences there, and they were called the windbags, and the big American, and a bit like our hero Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen. Look out for Donald at the Maltings very, very soon indeed. As soon as we get the Weetabix hat sorted out, he's on his way. Donald Trump, he's coming soon. Don't worry. Well before November. While he's still got his head above the waterline and doing well. Donald is the best thing that Hillary could have hoped for. But never mind. Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Beautiful song. Let's do it.
The night that we met, there was magic aboard in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Well, I may be right and I may be wrong, but I'm perfectly willing to swear turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he know that we were so in love? The whole dark world seemed upside down. The streets of town. They were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Upside down, well, the streets of town, they were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and we said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I know, 'cause I was there that night in Berkeley Square.
Heavenly, that was heavenly. Right, I'd like you and John to do one, just the two of you, so that we can hear that golden voice. And every time we say goodbye, just you and John on the guitar. No country stuff, all right, John, darling? Break into that crazy country picking stuff at any moment. Do it, just the two of you.
Every time we say goodbye, I die a little. Every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little. Why the gods above me, who must be in the know, they think so little of me that they allow you to go. When you're near, there is such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye. such an air of spring about it. I can hear a lark somewhere begin to sing about it. There's no love song finer, but how strange the change from major to minor. Every time we say goodbye. Every time we say
Good stuff. The band is a genius. And John Coverdale, of course. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Okay, now, anybody remember Shearing's, the coach company? Shearing's, George Shearing, of course, very famous man. Lullaby Birdland, wrote Lullaby Birdland, died when he was about 96, something like that. George Shearing, Englishman, made his name in America, but he was blind from birth, George, and when he started that coach company, I was worried, quite frankly, and I've avoided them ever since. George started the coach company, the disastrous opening 12 months, couldn't get insurance, kept crashing, and but then he got some help. He got Stevie Wonder in, Peters and Lee came in. Who else was it? Help me. Ray Charles, of course. Ray Charles was a co-driver. And Stevie Wonder got involved. His hair in his eyes, bloody hopeless he was. Kept getting the thing on the wrong way round with all those ringlets. Anyway, George Shearing, I don't know if any of you go on Shearing's coaches, but you won't anymore, I'll tell you that. Very dodgy man, but what a piano player. And he wrote this beautiful song, Lullaby of Birdland, which we have thought about changing to Lullaby of Broadband, as a sort of pseudo-modern thing, but we haven't. We're going to do the original, Lullaby of Birdland in the F minor key, if you don't mind. Yeah, one of your favourites. So, how here we go then.
Lullaby of Birdland, that's what I always hear when you sigh. Never in my wordland could there be ways to reveal in the phrase how I feel. Have you ever heard two turtle doves bill and coo when they love? That's the kind of magic music we make with our lips when we kiss. And there's a weepy old willow, well he really knows how to cry. Well that's how I cry on my pillow. If you should tell me farewell and goodbye, lullaby of Birdland, whisper low, just one more kiss and then we'll go flying high in Birdland, high in the sky up above, just because we're in love, yeah.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last number. And you go, oh no! And when it finishes, you go berserk. You go berserk. Clive Burton on the trombone. Clive Pitney on the saxophone. David Lowe. Mike Gibbons. John Coverdale. And our fantastic guest star of the evening, Mike Sherwood.
Lullaby of Birdland, that is what I always hear when you sigh. Never in feeling cool when they love. That's the kind of magic music we make with our lips when we kiss. And there's a really old willow, he really knows how to cry. Well, that is how I cry on my pillow. If you should tell me farewell and goodbye, lullaby a birdland whisper low. Just one more kiss and then we'll go flying high in birdland, high in the sky up above. All because we're in love. That is my love.
Mike Sherwood. The fabulous Mike Sherwood. They went as a... Ladies and gentlemen, that is so unexpected. Fantastic, fantastic. Mike, don't get up. One more. Oh, can't believe it. That is amazing that you responded like that. I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled. Listen, new people, all okay, everything okay? Our new lovely new people, thank you. And our wonderful, wonderful regular supporters. Thank you so much, everyone. And if you're not in touch and you want to be, just leave me your email in the sombrero over here, which of course that's what it's for. Mike is going to sing one more, especially for me because it mentions the city that I've just been to, Acapulco. Acapulco. Yes, Acapulco. Very painful if you get it below the belt, or south of the border, as we say. It's called Come Fly With Me. And good night, everyone. See you soon. Thank you so much.
Let's fly away. If you could use some exotic foods, there is a bar in Bay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In good old lava land, there is a one-man band, and he will chew his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just fly starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. Well, you may hear angels cheer because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll lead the birds to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for flying honeymoon. They say, come on and fly with me. Let's fly away. Let's fly away, yeah. Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just fly starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, well, I'll be holding you so very near. Well, you may even hear angels cheer because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Well, you just say the word and we'll feed the birds. Acapulco Bay is perfect for flying honeymoon. They say, come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Don't you tell your mama. Mike Sherwood, the lovely boys, thank you everyone.
safe trip home, safe trip home. Thank you very much. Good to see you back, John. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Thanks for coming.